New York City sees surge in murders, burglaries, NYPD says. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below. Crime statistics released by the New York Police Department, NYPD, on Thursday showed a rise in the city's murder rate during the month of May, as protests and riots continued following the death of George Floyd. The numbers showed that murders in the city had increased by 79%, CBS 2 reported. Shootings went up by 64% and burglaries reportedly rose by 34%. The NYPD said it will have hundreds of officers patrolling the streets this summer, specifically in neighborhoods that have seen a spike in violent crime. NYPD hunts suspects in disturbing attacks on officer caught on video. These news comes 3 days after President Trump signed an executive order geared toward law enforcement reform after officers from around the country were criticized for using heavy-handed tactics as a first reaction, instead of as a last resort. The order addressed the best practices for use of force, instituted information sharing to track officers who have repeated complaints against them, and included federal incentives for police departments to deploy non-police personnel for issues related to mental health, homelessness and addiction. News of the rise in crime also broke just 1 day after a Queens man was charged by authorities, after he attempted to light an EPT vehicle on fire last week amid wider protests against police brutality in the city, according to prosecutors. Click here to get the Fox News. Victor Sanchez Santa, 19, was arrested in his home around 6:30 a.m. Thursday and charged with attempted arson. He faces up to 20 years in prison if has convicted. Sanchez Santos was just the latest suspect to be arrested for attempting to firebomb a police car. A pair of lawyers, Linford Mattis and Uruj Rahman, were charged earlier this month with throwing a Molotov cocktail into an unoccupied New York City police vehicle. Fox News' Bradford Betts contributed to this report. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below.